Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. I'm Paul J from Crypto Traders Arena. Well, let's start as usual and let's see what we have. Morning, Sebastian. Morning, Izzy. Hey, Beno. Hey, Robert. Hey, Timmy. Hey, Matija. Please tell me if we have sound and if we have image and everything is okay. Should be. Okay. So, let's start as usual. Bitcoin CME chart. We are damn close to 69k, close to the previous all-time high, and we need to zoom out on weekly a little bit. We are reaching support in this area. We can dip a little bit more, middle of this support area, 60k. It's possible on lower time frame, but I'm expecting bounces in this area from now on. Okay, was fun. We dumped. We can dump a bit more. Maybe 60k, maybe if we'll be aggressive. But like I said yesterday, the risk reward for a short is not there on higher time frame. On lower time frame, yeah, we can fuck around. We can go long. We can go short. But on higher time frame, I don't see the opportunity here at 70k to think short. Yeah, we can short if the market will bounce and we see that there is a resistance and we made an EM on daily, and then okay, we can think about an AV equals CD and dump all the way down. But for the moment, let's respect this support area. We already have 3 gaps here. On weekly you see only 2, but on daily I think we have 3 gaps above us. Let's fill some gaps and then to think lower. So back on daily, yeah, there you go. Back on daily we have this big gap to fill, then the second one, then the third one here. I'm not saying go market buy everything or long everything, no. Wait for W's. If you are a day trader, 15 1 hour W's, they are good enough for a day trader. If you are a swing trader, well, you have to wait for 4-hour W's and then think bounce. But filling this gap here at 84, 85, it's doable and easy to do. If you remember, our favorite influencer, Jim, said that Monday Bitcoin should go to 85, 84. And we made fun. We said, well, it's fucked. We'll go straight into the support. Well, we are in the support now. That doesn't mean, well, we touched this support and we have to bounce immediately. No, we can dip even lower. The fear is in the market. Could stay here for days, weeks even. If they want to destroy Sailor Moon, you know what I'm talking about, they'll push the market lower and lower. The bounces will be slim, small, and they will not give him the opportunity to get break even or to exit the market. They will just destroy him slowly, slowly, slowly. And here I'm not talking about me, you, or other small players. No. Now we know who the fuck controls the Bitcoin. And if they want to get Sailor Bitcoin, they will push the price lower. And they will get him. It's that simple. He played around like a... let's not go on that direction. Even some of our beginners know when to dollar cost average on Bitcoin, not like him. He dollar cost average the fucking top. Anyway. Maybe that's intentional. Maybe he knows the plan. Maybe he's okay with destroying MicroStrategy. Maybe that was the plan from the beginning. Who the fuck knows? I don't know. But seems like they'll push the price lower. So here, if we'll bounce, okay, maybe we can manage to get a bounce and play as day traders to play a setup, maybe even as swing traders on 4-hour chart, a W, and we can play a bounce. But people, like I was discussing yesterday with the VIP members, but I was talking about 1 hour time frame. Yeah, I said, what do we have here? Lower highs and lower lows. What we should do in a downtrend. In an uptrend, we know we buy the dip. We did that. But now we are still in an uptrend, or medium low time frame, definitely a downtrend. Well, if it's a downtrend, let's stay with the trend. No? So every bounce, if we bounce here now, look at this one. This one is a strong resistance now. If we bounce there, we'll short at that level. But please don't be the last one to short here. Just don't do it. I think we'll bounce from this area somewhere 70, 69, 60k in this area. But how I'll see that bounce? Well, I'll see some W's. Without W's in a downtrend, I'm not eager to do anything. Because you can see the intention to push it lower. Look at this. This AB equals it is kind of obvious here. Fundamentals are good, everything is good, but someone is selling the fuck out of it. If we put this ugly scenario AB equals CD, that's pointing out to 50k. Big fat round number, nothing bad about it. I don't know what's the price that Sailor Moon will be liquidated or MicroStrategy will be destroyed. And I don't want to know. It's not my business. I'm just watching from the sidelines. It's not my something I really want to pay attention to. I want to pay attention to the price action here. Structure in the market, levels, because that is giving me money. Okay, so the ugly scenario, straight AB equals CD. But even that, you don't have the risk reward anymore. As a day trader, you can still short. It's possible. But as a swing trader, you don't have anything. And we didn't get a proper EM here. Can see? Was this SFU, close the gap, straight down. Even this was ugly to think short, and then we dumped. It is what it is. The other template, if we put the weekly chart, well, almost 60%, 56% until we'll reach the 78.6 long reload zone and gap at 40k and so on. But this big one, you see this big one, this big AB equals CD, that's a confluence there. The big one, look at it. Pointing out here. And then overreacting, taking this level. I'm expecting October to form the bottom. Not now. So somewhere in here I'm expecting a bounce. I think if you look left, we have support and we should bounce. Let's wait and see. But definitely. Now higher chances that this was the top for this cycle and we are in a 1-year bear market. Let's look at the previous ones. We dumped, we bounced. We dumped, we bounced. I don't think it's the point to look at that one. I don't think it's, but similar. We pumped, we dumped, we bounced. Here I don't see the bounces for the moment. This was the bounce? Well, that was a small bounce then. I'm expecting a bounce somewhere in here, and probably this support will give us a W and maybe a nice bounce. I'm thinking Bitcoin below this level, 50, 40k, no. But I'm thinking that will touch 61.8, which is 58, and probably even push lower. But people, imagine that I'm talking about weekly chart. Will take time to happen. Let's go back on daily. Too many bad news about Bitcoin and crypto lately. Okay. Ethereum daily. Well, we SFU'd. Finally, we SFU'd this level. We can push lower? Yeah, we can. Of course we can. But 78.6, give me a W on daily. I'll be more than happy to think long. But give me something, at least a 4-hour W. I don't see anything good on indicators, but it's not starting from daily to look good. We need to go on 4-hour chart and see if we have something. Well, here something is different, you can see. So there are some signs that Ethereum is not as weak as we think, or as you will see on the chart. Look at the RSI here. Look at the MACD histogram. If I put 1 hour, then you see the same thing. Of course, it's not the best idea to go and market buy without having a setup. And unfortunately, people, even if you are a day trader, I don't recommend to do anything here until you see a W. Scalpers could fuck around. They want their price. They want their right to go on lower time frame. But how many of you are scalpers on 5-minute chart? So if you are a day trader, or you intend to be a day trader, and you're likely mostly a swing trader, wait for 1 hour, 4-hour W here, and then think long. Okay? If Bitcoin will drop a little bit more, second dump on Bitcoin, well, Ethereum could drop like a hammer. It's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, but it's better to protect than to recover. And hopefully you'll learn that from me, not from your own experience, because it's painful and hard to recover. For example, if you lose 50% of your portfolio, it's just an example, you lost 50%, you have to double your account to get break even. How easy is to double your account, respecting the risk management and doing everything right? It's easy to double an account? To be honest, takes me months, couple of months, good market, and a lot of effort to double my trading account. So no, thank you. I prefer to protect what I gained, respect the risk management. I'll respect my best friend and wait for setups. Okay, that's Ethereum on 1 hour. Let's go back on daily. I'm expecting something here in this area, 78.6, maybe a bit lower. Maybe we'll test this one, 1.8. People are talking now Ethereum below 1,000. Well, they are not the same people that they talked about Ethereum to 10,000 a couple of months ago. And when they said 10,000, I said, well, maybe, but let's play it level by level. Now they are saying 1,000. And I'll say the same fucking thing. Level by level, people. Because if I'm thinking 1,000 what? I'll wait until 1,000? Or I'll short 78.6 long reload zone? No, thank you. So level by level, what do we have here in front of our eyes? Well, we have 78.6, we have an SFU, and if we'll dump a bit lower, even a week to retest this level, probably will bounce from that area. So let's wait. Dominance. Still some hopes here, people. Still some hopes. This is the area where I want to dump some of my bags, altcoin bags. Yeah, it's painful. Yeah, maybe it will happen, maybe it will not happen. But I need to respect my plan on altcoins. We didn't have that altcoin season. We didn't have not even a mini altcoin season. I'll wait and hope for the dominance to go to 50%. I'll sell half on a double on my altcoin bags, but I'm not selling here. I'm not selling altcoins with dominance being at 60%. Never. wasn't the plan from the beginning. I'll respect the plan. Zero or hero. I know I sound like a broken record saying the same thing over and over again, but that's the reality. Now, on lower time frame, Ethereum versus Bitcoin on daily, actually, daily chart. We are still fighting this level. What is possible to happen is a quick wick here and then bounce. I don't recommend you to be too aggressive on altcoins, even on Ethereum, until we'll have a W here. We'll have something. Yeah, he's stopping a little bit. He's fighting 003, but nobody says that they'll win the fight. So, where I'm thinking bounce at this level and a bit lower, if I'll see a W, maybe we have a chance. But it's a lot of if and maybe until there. Hey, Azov. So, same thinking. Long reload zone, Wyckoff check, retest, W, and maybe. Here, it's possible to form a W and bounce, but it's not probable. We already accepted below these levels. We already accepted below 003. Give me something clear and I'll change my mind. Until then, no. Total market cap, we are even below 2.5. We cannot say, well, we are fighting 3 trillion. No, we are fighting 2.5. We are reaching some support in this area. But like I said, if they are hunting a sailor, they will not give him the opportunity to get the fuck out. Total 3, similar. Lower and lower. The support is a bit lower here. We'll probably SFU this level now. I don't see any W. For me to think about altcoin season or something, I need a W. I need to see some strength in the total 3. And actually, you saw that. Long reloads on W. A lot of hopes here. Well, we have a double in long reload zone. We retested this tail. It's dangerous because we didn't SFU the tail, but well, it's still good enough. Then we made an M and we lost the lows here. Now we need to wait for W's. And I don't see any W now. Okay, we talked about CME chart reaching this level. ES is still fighting strong, but not as strong as before, people. You want to see something ugly? Let me show you ugly. This is an M. Yeah. Some people will not see it without putting the line chart. But this is a clear M. Now if I put the candles back, you'll see the M. Low, high, neckline, lower high, back at the neckline. If we lose these levels, we can go in the long reload zone in lower. If we'll go in the long reload zone and lower, what do you think will happen with crypto? Just asking for a friend. People, if you remember, I know it's I told you so. It's not my purpose here, but I told you so at 120, 127, 125. Let's hedge our portfolios. I almost begged you to do that. And a lot of people, even in Twitter, even in Discord, in Discord they didn't have the courage to mock me, but on Twitter they said, well, come on. Now my hedge short positions are deep in profit. And I shorted properly to cover my spot bags. So I have couple of Bitcoins short from the top. That's why I could be so relaxed in these moments. And like, well, stings, but it is what it is. Bitcoin so far, Bitcoin short, Bitcoin hedge from the top so far is overcompensating for the loss I have on altcoins bags. Yeah. So the profit on Bitcoin short is bigger than the loss on my spot bags. And I was here and I said in the same similar live streams, and I posted on Twitter, I posted on my account, I reposted with the Crypto Traders Arena, Stefan reposted. So remember that EM top, the smile. Now is not the moment to think short. But we can dump more if this smile, this EM on ES will confirm and will dump more. If we will reach long reloads on that, will probably push crypto a bit lower. If we'll retest this level, even more than that. I'm thinking that will go lower than this low here. I don't think so. I think their intention is to keep the market strong so far. But that doesn't mean they'll push the market up, 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 up only. No. Lately, last year, you saw inside trading everywhere. Now, I hope everyone, at least in Crypto Traders Arena, they don't have any doubt that the market is rigged and they do inside trading and they are making money and they change the rules and they are considering us stupid. If we are stupid or not, that's a different discussion. But rules are against us. Respect the plan, respect the risk management, play only good setups, and you have a chance. If not, you don't stand a chance. Now, take advantage of this YAM. You see the YAM here. I said in this area at the top, I said it's a good area to hedge your portfolio. If you have stocks, if you have traditional market. It's still not too late to hedge your portfolio. But don't come in the long reload zone and ask me what to do. Don't come here and ask me, well, Paul, you know, the market is dropping. I cannot help you here. If you want and you consider that you need to hedge, hedge. On traditional market, you have different methods to hedge. You don't need to short ES. You can do it in multiple ways. But that's up to you. I'm not a trader on traditional market so far. So, Bitcoin at a support. ES with an EM. Could we dump on Bitcoin more? If this EM will confirm and will dump more, then yeah, probably Bitcoin will break that 69. Gold. Now you see what I was saying about forming a proper top. Well, this is a proper top. Doesn't matter if we'll form a higher high here and we'll form a head and shoulder pattern or not. I don't think has the strength to do that. I think let's go 4-hour chart. I think we'll bounce here and here will M out. If we'll push higher and SFU this level, then we should think head and shoulder. Shoulder, head, and you know the drill. Will take more time to form the top. It's possible but not probable at this moment in time. So, eyes on short reload zone. Even an AB equals CD is pointing out in this area. Let's say AB, CD. Anyway, I don't think we can play something here on gold for the moment. Here we can play a short, but nothing else. Silver. Look at it. Doesn't want to give us at least a bounce in the 61.8. We dumped like crazy in the support. We bounced, but the bounce is weak. Look at the bounce. And remember, people, another reminder. When silver was here above $100 and was forming that top there, everyone was talking about silver going to $4,000, $400, $200, to $10,000. I'm joking, but everyone was bullish here. That's how they formed the top. And all of a sudden, they dropped like a hammer into the support. They manipulated the market in such a way that nobody stand a chance. If you manage, everyone that bought here in this area is underwater now. Imagine if you bought the hype above 7-8, you are underwater now. Us, from the 47, we don't fucking care. We took profit here, we took profit here, we took profit here. We have a little bit of bag, we'll hold. I was hoping for the market to pump in the short reload zone. Well, I still have a chance to do that. But it's not looking really nice here for silver, guys, for silver bugs. I'm sorry that I didn't sold my silver coins. No, silver coins are for something else. So I'll keep my silver. They could fuck around with the price on the chart, but I prefer to keep my coins. I'm not buying silver coins here, that's for sure. Anyway, I still have a little bit of the original position. And I don't want to exit completely. We are in the support after all, and I want to see something clear. If gold versus silver will give me a clear bottom, for the moment looks like a bounce, a strong bounce. If we'll form a proper bottom here, then okay, I'll close and I'll forget about gold and silver for the moment. Similar with copper, you can see it's has the same pattern. The metals have the same pattern everywhere. Oil, I told you my opinion about oil. I don't believe the story with Venezuela. I don't. I just don't. Well, oil will get cheaper and cheaper. No. I see W's, I see breakouts, I see retest, I see a nice base here. I think we can push a lot higher. You can see here 130 was the top. We can get it at 110, 110 in time in the short reload zone. I don't believe the story, like I told you. I'm not here to believe their stories. I'm here to think by myself, find an edge, an advantage in the market and make some money. Not stories that, well, now that Trump has Venezuela, oil will drop. Yeah, I don't think that will be true. DXY, everyone was panicking here when DXY was dumping. Well, actually we dumped in the support and we are back in the range, like nothing happened. Now we are playing between 100 and 95. DXY loves to play in ranges, so I don't know where you can trade DXY. I prefer not to touch it, just to see it as confidence. Okay, that's the overview. The big story for today is that Bitcoin dropped. Bitcoin dropped in the support here. So we have support here. We can dump even more. Yeah, on lower time frame we can dump to 66, 64, 60 and then bounce. But we don't have an advantage now to do anything here, to think short anymore. You don't short support. We are in a downtrend. Okay, you short the bounce, but I don't see a bounce for the moment. The only bounce we had was here. Okay, let's go on lower time frame and let's discuss some day trades. But before that, calendar. We have some news. Similar in the job openings in the New York session and some Euro news just before we'll open the New York session. Pay attention, be careful, extra careful if you are a scalper, because that could destroy your setups and even your portfolio. Stay out if you must. Now let's go on lower time frame. Yesterday I said that I want to play the range on Ethereum. And you remember I had this short, I had this short, I had this long. Here we had another one, you don't see it there. Okay. We played the shark. The shark failed. Yeah. Then we played this one also. We get at 1-to-1. And then they stopped us out. but the short from the top compensates for those. Actually, what I have here, I have one loss. One loss. Why? Because this was straight down and took my stop loss. This one bounced to 1 and I managed to make it risk free. So, made money on the shorts and lost 1 hour on the shark setup. Is shark a good setup? Yes, but doesn't have a 100% win rate. Yeah, it's just not possible. Now, I see a potential bullish divergence on RSI. I don't see anything on OBV. I don't see any W. At any point in time, for scalpers, here I'm talking for scalpers, you can hunt a W here on 15 minutes. Don't go on 5. I think it's too low for this kind of volatility. 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, if you get a W here in this area somewhere, I think we can bounce back here in this area. So we can get a bounce. But people, look at what we have here. It's a range and we are losing the lows of the range. Yeah, indeed, Bitcoin dropped and Ethereum hold for the moment. My question is, what do you think will happen with Ethereum if Bitcoin does a second dump? So for example, Bitcoin will pump to 72, 73 and then will dump again to below 70. What will happen with Ethereum? Will accept below 2000 or not? So extra careful what you are playing here. This is my 2 cents. You know, when Bitcoin comes from a range and dumps the first dump, does the first dump, altcoins hold better than Bitcoin. Everyone says, well, look at altcoins, they are strong. And then Bitcoin does a small bounce and dumps once more, and then you see the reality, and then you see the altcoins getting destroyed. If you are here from a long time, you know the second dump, it's ugly. Okay, what we can do? We can hunt long ideas here in this area because we don't have another chance. You cannot short here. If we'll bounce, then okay, I'll be able to frame something else. Like I told VIP last night before I got to sleep. We are in a downtrend, Bitcoin and Ethereum. We are in a downtrend, so let's respect the downtrend. Downtrend is usually wait for a bounce, find an entry, short. Now it's even worse than, okay, we want to short, but on Bitcoin, let's go on Bitcoin a little bit. We have a downtrend, but we are, in the same time, we are reaching some support. By the way, you saw yesterday, I didn't trade too much on Bitcoin. I preferred Ethereum, but didn't make any difference. I shorted this one, then we long this one, made it risk free. I waited with the SFU, made it risk free, and we dumped. Okay, I didn't lose money on the long ideas, but nothing fancy overnight, nothing good. Do we have anything here? Well, we have some potential ones. So RSI at least is telling us, well, maybe it's time to hunt some W's. Oil, the Widowmaker? Yeah, indeed, it's true. So, even if it looks so bearish and ugly, I'm not allowed to short here, people. Either I'll get a bounce to 72, 73, and then, okay, I'll force a short. I'll say, well, fuck it, let's short if I'll find an M or something. Here, I'm not allowed to short, and I'm not allowed to long either because I don't see the W. Give me the W. Where is the W in 1 hour? Don't go on 5-minute chart. You'll see a lot of traps here on 5-minute chart. You'll see W breakout. It's fake out because look at this one, for example. You had a W, a breakout retest, and that formed an M. Wait for a slightly higher time frame. Let's say 50-minute chart. 1 hour chart, even better. So you can see here, low, high, no W. Wait for a proper W. Okay, I'm okay with hunting long ideas here. Of course I am, but Maybe Stefan is able to play safely on 5-minute chart in these conditions, maybe. But I'll tell you what, if he's playing 5-minute chart, he'll work for the CZ. Because the market will come back down, he'll manage to get risk-free, will pay the fee for Binance, and so on. And at the end of the day, you'll see that you played 10 setups, and you barely managed to get risk-free. Well, what a fucking nice result with 10 trades and a lot of work. Well, I could be risk-free without taking any trades. No? So either I find a good setup, either I'll stay the fuck out. And by the way, people, if Tuesday is the bottom and Thursday is the top and we should dump, where the fuck will dump today? Someone is manipulating the crypto market, people. Especially not the crypto market, Bitcoin market. Someone is playing around with the Bitcoin market. Yeah, usually we dump in the long reload zone. Yeah, we should dump in 50-40k area in a bear market. But the price action looks like kind of too weak. Binance bought 100 million, I don't know how many million of Bitcoin. Sailor Moon is buying. Who the fuck is selling so aggressively that the price is dropping like a hammer? Someone has a target, an agenda. Well, if we'll accept below 69 and we'll push to in 50k area, I'll be honest, I'll be more than tempted to start dollar cost averaging. I prefer to let the crystal ball to tell me when. But below 69, below the previous all-time high, I think I could start a slow dollar cost average. Just my to say, I'm not saying go and dollar cost average from now on. But if we'll accept below 69 and we'll stay below there and we'll go here to long reload zone, I think it's a good area to start a dollar cost averaging on Bitcoin again. It's ugly to do that because I sold part of my Bitcoin at around 50k. Yes, but that's the market. So do whatever you want. Below 69, I think I'll start. I need to plan. I need to do a plan for the when I start and when I stop and how much I buy and how much I... To be honest, what I can do? Well, what I can do, I could slowly, small pieces from that head short to close in profit a little bit, and with that profit to buy some Bitcoin below 69. What do you think? And if we'll reach 40k, that will mean I close the entire hedge and I bought Bitcoin with it. You think it's a good strategy to do that? That could be something nice for me. And for the guys that played that hedge with me. And they still have that hedge. Because a lot of you didn't trust to hedge, and then a lot of you closed the hedge too early. So few of you still have that position on. Okay. Now, let's go on the other charts. Back here. On Ethereum, like I said, I'm hunting W's. On Bitcoin, I'm hunting W's. If we'll bounce in short reload zone here, even here at the Monday low, I'll try to short if I'll get the opportunity. If not, well, so be it. But here, longs. Shitcoins, I don't see any shitcoin to do for our daily W's. They are strong for the moment. Let's pray that we'll not get the second dump. Because if we get the second dump, you'll see the face of altcoins. I see strong altcoins. I see Aster. And if Aster is strong, probably Hype is also strong. Let's find Hype. Yeah, also strong. But is this convincing me to long here or to... No. I could hunt some setups here because it's relatively strong. If I'll see that it's trying to do breakouts and will accept above, then I could hunt with Holy Grail. But I don't believe the story that, well, you know, hype will go to the moon. No. It's stronger, relatively stronger than the rest. Rest of the shitcoins people, I don't see why we should do anything until we'll have 4-hour daily W's actually. If I'll take some of them. No W, no W, no W. Something is here on Aya. They are trying to do something with Aya. I don't know what. They listed it back. If they listed it back, my thinking, my 2 cents, my stupid thinking is that if they listed it back, they want to pump it again. Because they didn't list it to just have it there. They want to do something. And what you can do here at 12 cents? Well, most probably they want to do another bounce and then close everything and then delisted it again. Who the fuck knows? By the way, it's shady behavior from Binance doing. They listed and delisted the coins from a long time ago. It's not something new. But to do it so fast, they delisted it now in 2 weeks. They listed it back. It's ugly. Algo, well, Algo, it's at the same level like everything else, Caro. But I'll take a look. Week from 10 October. Clear. And no W. We had a W here, but I don't see anything special. New low on OBV. Potential here. A double bullish divergence. No, it's not divergence there. So on Algo, because Algo it's an old shitcoin, you should wait something like this. Okay. Daily, weekly W. So you can see this W fake out. Well, at least you managed to get risk-free. Then EM and another EM. Here, from January, from the beginning of the year, you are in a downtrend. Until you see weekly, daily Ws, I cannot call a top. I cannot call a top. Why to look at the month? Because it's at the bottom. I know. I dollar cost average this one on road to financial freedom. I know this chart even with my eyes closed. Yeah, look at the chart. Oh, we have all the drawings. Weekly. Monthly doesn't make a big difference. It's the same location on any time frame. So what? Yeah, we bought here. We bought in this area. I have Algo as a risk-free position. But I'm not touching it without a W. We are not in that bullish environment anymore. Give me a W. So show me a W on weekly. Like we had here. Like we had here. Well, okay. I already bought this level. Sold half on a double. Bought again. Sold half on a double. I'll patiently wait for a W. Weekly W. And then maybe I'll reload again. Yeah, allocation is good. If you don't have any algo and you want to buy something to sell half on a double, be my guest. I think you are a bit early to do that. I think we'll take a lot of time until we'll go back to 20 cents. Also think this time, because we bounced and the bounce wasn't so strong, we can lose these lows. And don't tell me that, well, you know, it's at the bottom. No, it's not. From 10 cents could go 90% down to 1 cent. And when we reach 1 cent, again could go 90% down to 0.1 cent. So I'm fucking around and I don't think it's the best. Let's wait for some structure. Look at this one. This is the W you want to hunt. Something like this. But this W took a couple of months to form because we are on weekly. I think we are in the same kind of a situation. Let's wait for W's. If I see a W, I have a window of risk. I know where to put my entry, where to put my stop loss. I don't think it's a good idea if you don't have any algo, okay, you can buy a little bit here without stop loss, so your stop loss will be 0. So small position, you bought 1% from your portfolio, you are waiting for sell half on a double at 20 cents. At some point, hopefully you'll get there, you'll sell half and you'll have a risk-free position. But as any kind of trade with stop loss, no, we need W's. Well, you should be able to draw that long reload zone. Not me to show you with fibs on the chart. Everyone should be able to draw a long reload zone with fib retracement. Yeah. You can find that one everywhere. Yeah. You can find that one everywhere. Look at it. 61.8, 78.6. So below 58, we are in the long reload zone. Well, that being said, people, let's call it a live stream. I don't think we can do more than that. Market dumped into the support, but we need W's to play around. That's my conclusion. If we'll get W's, we can think about something. If we don't get W's, then let's just wait. And by the way, people, we are in a downtrend. Don't forget that. So when the market is bouncing at 72, 70 and something, don't go and pile up there with longs. We are still in a downtrend. We need a lot of work to change that on lower time frame. Look at this one. Something to think about. When we'll change the structure from a downtrend to an uptrend here? Just think about that. How we can change what the price has to do to change the structure here. And you'll realize it's not a good idea. Okay, let's call it a live stream. See you in the VIP live stream, in the New York live stream, or tomorrow with the same daily crypto plan. Bye bye.